Hi guys, Champine here, back again from my home office with another writing tip video. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is the fact that you are never, ever too old, too young, too anything to start writing. I want to tell you what I got to do this Monday, and I absolutely had a blast. There is a seniors group that meets at my church once a month, and it's primarily people from the church and folks from the church that run it who every month they have an opportunity to play bridge, they play bingo, they have lunch every month, and then each time there's something a little bit different. There's different speakers, presenters. Sometimes it's the choir from the local high school that comes and spends times with the seniors, presents or performs or whatever it is they're doing depending on month to month. And I got the privilege of being their speaker this past Monday and got to talk to them a little bit about my books and my processes of writing, and then also did sort of a writing exercise with them. Actually, the exercise that I've talked with you guys about before about writing with your five senses, I actually got to do with a group of seniors this week, and it was an absolute blast. They had such fun stories to tell, such detail to add to their stories, and it really was a blast. And there was a woman in the front row, and it kills me that I did not get her name because she actually was immensely sweet and I had so much fun talking with her, who the entire time we're going through this exercise, sight, sound, smell, and she would smile and she would nod and she was loving it. And she came up to me at the end, and I had talked at the beginning of this, and this is something that I've shared with you guys before, that my whole process of really deciding to become an author is that my brain got itchy. It's how I've always described it. My brain got itchy. I was in a place where I had this story that became my first novel, An Unusual Path, that I had to get out of my brain or my head was going to explode. It really was, my brain got itchy. And this fantastic woman approached me. We're all eating lunch and kind of hanging out after I had been up and speaking for a while and we had done this writing exercise. And she walks up and she, hooks her arm into mine and she looks at me and says, "I am just like you. I am just like you were. I feel like I've had this story in my head for a long time and it's a little itchy." And she said to me with these wide eyes and a huge smile that I might write it down. And if nobody else got anything out of that day that I spent with them, and I kind of hope more of them did, but my day was made by that comment. This is a woman, sitting at lunch. I would imagine she's probably in her mid 80s, that is finally really thinking about writing her story or whatever story it is in her head, whatever narrative it is, whether that's her narrative or simply a work of fiction she has in her brain, is finally at a place, at least she says to me, that she might actually start to write it down. My mind was blown. How fantastic is that? You are never, ever, you can be in your mid 80s and write your stories. You all have stories to tell. Don't tell me or anyone that you are too old, too young, too busy. I don't have time. That's crap. You guys all know it's crap. Get out there and tell your stories. It is never too late. You are never too established in another career. Doesn't mean you have to leave what you're doing. It doesn't mean you have to do anything different other than sit down and tell your story. It is never too late to write. Get out there today, guys, and write your story. If this fantastic woman at her mid 80s can sit down and find the time to write and can decide, you know what, it's not too late to do this, it is not too late for you. Go out there, write, and put it out there. I can't wait to read it. As always, guys, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I cannot wait to hear from you. All of that is at JH Champine. Send me a message. Send me a tweet. Hit me up on Facebook. I love hearing from you. I really do. And I will see all of you later.